Following the epic events from the last movie, we find our heroes carrying out a new mission from a holier-than-thou existence known as the Sovereign. They perform their mission and leave on good terms until the gang finds out that Rocket stole something valuable from their planet and must now avoid their armed forces. Our heroes could have easily avoided their attacks if Star-Lord and Rocket would just stop fighting over who pilots the damn ship. So naturally, our heroes crash onto a nearby planet while also being followed by a strange pilot claiming to be Star-Lord's father named Ego. To get to the bottom of this, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax follow Ego and his assistant Mantis back to his home planet, while Rocket, Groot, and their prisoner Nebula stay behind to repair the ship. At the same time, Yondu and his crew have been hired by the Sovereign to capture the Guardians and bring them back for their execution. What kind of answers can Star-Lord get from his long-lost father? Will Yondu carry out his orders and betray the young man he raised, or go soft? And will Groot stay tiny for the rest of the movie for cute appeal?
That's a really bad sign.
Well, what do you think? I'll be honest here, I enjoyed the first movie much more than this. While the first movie was a neat balance between action and comedy, this movie felt like it was trying way too hard to be better, especially when it came to the comedy. Yes, there were a few times where the jokes worked really well, but it equals to the amount of jokes that fell flat. There was also a lot going on in this movie, with Star-Lord meeting his father, the sister drama between Gamora and Nebula, Mantis and Drax forming a strange friendship, Yondu questioning his life and all the mistakes he made, Rocket's internal drama, the Sovereigns, the Ravagers, and Groot being cute Groot. There is a lot of things going down in this movie, so we keep sidetracking from one topic to another. I think the movie could have been well off without the Nebula and Ravager side plot, but I figure the Marvel Universe has plans for these characters for other movies. But it just makes the movie suffer even more. Instead of concentrating on what our heroes are facing in this movie, the Marvel writers have to tie in these characters to other Marvel movies, thus making the audience watch all the films in order to understand what's going on. The story itself is a bit shaky. There's obvious plot points that the writers want us to see, but the transitions from point A to point B are rough. How do our heroes crash on a planet again? Because Rocket and Star-Lord have a fight over who is a better pilot. Well, of course they do. The Sovereigns claim that they are elite and perfect with their superior genes and technology, but they hired the Guardians to tackle a giant monster threatening their power supply. I know they really didn't want to get their hands dirty, but you'd think they could have come up with a better plan than just hiring bandits to take care of their dirty work. As for Ego, we learn that he had to leave Star-Lord's mother due to his own health since he can't leave his planet for too long. Well, that's nice and all, but if he says he loves Star-Lord's mother more than anything, why did he leave her on Earth while allowing Mantis to stay on his planet? Mantis says that she's allowed to stay because she serves a purpose, but loving someone so much isn't enough to gain access to your planet? And you could argue with me about his goals and what he had in store for Star-Lord's potential, but without spoiling anything, just question what he did to her and why. Story-wise, it was placed in for drama, but logically, it just doesn't make any sense. Overall, the movie has its fun moments, the soundtrack was naturally great, and the action is pretty good, but the presentation is just messy. Some scenes drag on to no end, the humor is forced in there because that's what the people want, and there is one too many side plots for us to focus on. Not to mention the underlying message of who your real family is and looking for something that's been there all this time was a bit cliche to me, and at times made the movie very predictable. It's not the worst sequel in the galaxy, but I was hoping for something a little bit more polished. Pop Spectrum gives Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 3 pops out of 5. It's watchable and at times entertaining, but you can definitely tell just how hard Disney and Marvel were trying to recreate the magic of the first one. This has been Robyn from Pop Spectrum. Thanks for watching.